Hello, everyone. Good evening, and welcome back to the Aircraft Showcase. Yesterday, we... Hello, Sly. How you doing? Welcome to Stream. Yesterday, we looked at the tornadoes, the foxhounds, and the eagles. Lurk. Thank you, Starscream. Today, we're going to look at the flankers, the Nighthawk, the Griffin, and the Typhoon. Also, I am using a new headset that BroRaz got me. I don't know how it sounds, so if it sounds any different, let me know. Hopefully it sounds okay. But anywho, let's go ahead and get the show started. We're going to go to Ice Cage for the first one. Which is the Sukhoi E7. Listen to prior console last reaction. It sounds worse, but I gotta check. Well, hold on to that slide. Let me switch back to my old headset. Alright. Old headset back in. How does it sound? Anyway, in-game stats for the Su-27 flanker. Speed is 73, mobility is 57, stability is 55, defense is 61. The old headset sounds better. Great. Well, I'll probably then just use the new headset for the Xbox just to see what happened. Yesterday was Wednesday. Welcome, Zakeo. But I know this particular headset and the Xbox don't like to talk very much, so I'll try that on the Xbox or whatever. Anyway, we'll keep going with the old headset. Well, the old headset was specifically designed for a PS4. The new headset is a multi-platform. It's a third-party multi-platform designed for all of them. Anyway, I forgot where I left off with the stats, so I'll just go to the top. Speed 73, mobility 57, stability 55, defense 61, air-to-air 74, air-to-ground 38. And we are armed with 72 R60 aphids and 10 R27 Alamos. I believe it's the R27. Yeah. Which is the Soviet version of the Sparrow. This is another high-tier fighter, although the low end of high tier. But it does have, with 72 base missiles, get the lurk. Alright, Sly, thank you for lurk. Also, welcome, Sovereign. Welcome to Strem. Yeah, with the number of missiles, this thing does have some legs. IRL stats. The Su-27 was manufactured by Sukhoi. And her country of origin was the Soviet Union. Because they're pretty, not sure what else they have going for IRL. They've got maneuverability, but that's about it. Anyway, The Su-27 Flanker was manufactured from 1982 to 2010. She was introduced in June 22nd, 1985. Her first flight was May 20th, 1977. She's got a lot of variants, but the Flanker was built in response to the F-15. No, it's not beating the Eagle. No, she may have been built as a response to the F-15, but she is nowhere near the F-15 in terms of anything. But while MiG went for a more lightweight aircraft with the MiG-29, that's the thing, Zakale. The F-15 spawned in two aircraft. One was the MiG-29 to fulfill the light fighter, and Sukhoi developed the Flanker for the heavy fighter. For operators, we've got Angola, China, although mainly just to rip them off of their own homegrown variants, Eritrea, Ethiopia, Indonesia, Kazakhstan, currently Russia, Ukraine, and the United States did acquire two Su-27s in 1995 from Belarus. Two more were bought from Ukraine in 2009 by a private company. And they were to be used as reverse engineering fodder and aggressor aircraft for American pilots to train against. Let's see here. Uzbekistan also uses them in Vietnam. Potentially, North Korea might be getting some, if they can afford it. And formerly, Belarus and the Soviet Union were also using it. But the Flanker, or the base Flanker, is got a much longer range than the MiG-29 does, and it can carry a heavy weapons load without sacrificing maneuverability. Unfortunately, its avionics do not match that of the Eagle, so it can't. I can afford it. It's best translated into repo. I mean, yeah, that's true. Sovereign. Hello, Gio. Welcome to stream. But yeah, the Su-27, at least in most modern air forces, have been starting to be phased out by more modern versions of Flanker. But it still is a capable long-range dogfighter. But I would not consider it a good idea for an intercept role. What presents did I get? Well, I got a new headset from BroRaz, although the old headset sounds better on the PlayStation. So I'm currently using the old headset. I'll be able to tell myself when the VOD comes up, but whatever. I also got some books. Sly saw my Steam wish list and bought me the Divinity games, like all of them. Because I was planning on streaming the Divinity games after Arella's campaign and Baldur's Gate 3. And he just kind of got it for me. I was like, oh, okay. And I got some other stuff, but yeah. But anywho, let's go ahead and
Captain, which plane should I use?
Are we launching
Send the flanker up.
Launch. This is Archer. Captain, can you see the POW camp?
Now, while I typically have a bias against Russian aircraft, I mean, surprising, right? American has a bias against his... Talking about fixing the Chinese... no. I know what you're talking about, these so-called 6th gen, but until we see it in action, I don't buy it. I put less stock into Chinese aircraft than I do into Russian aircraft, and that's not a lot. Because most Chinese aircraft are reverse engineered from either the Russians or the Americans. And I'll give the Russians this, at least they put the effort into R&D for their aircraft. Yeah, Russian aircraft work is pretty good, pretty fair. Most of their problems are due to maintenance and corruption issues. Well, the French aren't doing anything in stealth, unless the Salt is doing something that I don't know about. Rafale is supposed to like the U.S. stuff, and is it? Well, BAA Systems is actually working to fix that, Sovereign. They are coming out with their own 5th gen fighter, the Tempest. Which, this is true, the UK is no longer the EU. But from what I hear, the United States is interested in purchasing some Tempests, namely to test them against the Raptor to see if the Raptor can take it. Which is probably a good idea.
But it's just unsettling not being able to tell what the situation is. You know, I can't shake the feeling that we're being watched. Hey, did you see a figure behind that window over there?
Yeah, currently the only nations that I would say have good stealth are the United States and anybody that has or that's purchased the F-35. Britain's on their way to getting good stealth, although they do have the F-35, so yay for them. I would not consider the Felon to be good stealth because its radar cross-section is about the same as the Hornets, and the Hornet is not stealth. And the Chinese's J-20 is only stealthy from the front. And that's only in level flight. Those giant canards, when they move, they drastically increase the radar cross-section. Just goes to show, you know, made in China, the made in China stereotype kind of has a thing. Damn stealth fighter with rivets. Yeah, they did make it with rivets originally. The newer Felons that are coming off the line do not have rivets, but they still have no thermal stealth because of those giant engines in the back. And again,
Good. I like a pilot who's realistic about
yeah,
the
it's
situation.
massive. And since if it wants to be completely stealthy, it has
W's, we hitting the machine room all right?
a very small internal weapons bay.
Those desks. Don't let them enter the radio room.
And I don't know if they actually put in internal GPS or if they're still duct taping garments to the dashboard, but that's what they used to do.
I've mopped up the enemies in the area. You can call in the taxi now.
Roger. We're all set. Bring the helicopter into our position.
Very unfortunate.
It's a Seagull. All
Better
right, dear.
business.
Ground's still crawling with weapons.
I'll believe it when I see it, Gio. What the Chinese are really good at is manipulation and diplomacy. They are the best at that right now. But as for their actual military, no, they are a paper tiger.
Snakes and rifles from the enemies.
And they don't have the range to project military power far out into the Pacific like they need to. They're working on it, but yeah.
Until they're back in their old jobs being overworked like us. I bet they want to get back into that camp.
Well,
Don't get us confused with the enemies.
yeah, paper cuts suck. Well, I mean, in order to project power across the globe, you need
Everything going all right down below?
a large navy. And while on paper the Chinese Navy
This is the gunship. We're gonna switch
has more ships in it than the American Navy,
target destroyed.
the Chinese Navy also includes support ships in that number, whereas the Americans don't. The Chinese have one supercarrier and it's not even nuclear, meaning it can't project power far out into the Pacific Ocean because it has no friendly Chinese bases that far out. Missile barrage is a missile barrage, better.
Don't you go anywhere.
This is true, but that's why the West is
I'll support the rescue effort.
as far as I know, is pumping research and development into even better missile defense systems. I got if hot war broke out between the United States and China right now, the United States would win. Simply because the Chinese can't get to us to invade us. I mean, they could probably cripple our economy, but they can't take us. At best, it'd be a stalemate. Because, again, we could get troops to China, but China has such a large population we couldn't hold it. You had to be a naval war to starve the enemy out. And the United States is a lot more self-sufficient than China is, to be honest.
No, nobody named Bartlett here. Hey, what about you? Nope, not here.
Yeah, invading China is like...
But that can't... Look,
Yeah.
just check for me one more time.
Well, you're right. Most of the population is concentrated into the cities on the East Coast, so if we really wanted to, go all out, we could probably eliminate most of that population base.
After all the captain said to me,
But that would lead to other issues that we probably couldn't win from.
You all right?
But no, the best way to,
those are always replaceable.
I mean, fight any war these days isn't necessarily to invade. It's to isolate
Roger.
and besiege, more or less.
Landing point confirmed. Roger. Heading in to pick her up.
Anyway, the flanker. We did this whole mission
Gunship crashed.
that I was supposed to show off the flanker,
Strong.
talking about the
Just
Chinese.
leave her behind.
Look, I hate it too,
Um,
but we have to wait for conditions to get better.
Which,
before
I
we
mean,
do anything.
fair enough. I don't really have that much to say about the flanker,
Nothing we can do.
largely because I don't really know all that much
Please
about
be
it.
patient. All we can do now is wait.
Damn it. You
How
said it.
is the Chinese flanker called, by the... It's the J something. I don't know. It's basically... They took out the Sukhoi engines and put in their own homegrown ones. But the problem is that the Chinese are notorious for not being able to build engines as well as Russia or the United States. So the Chinese flanker is underpowered compared to the Soviet flanker. Yeah. The main thing I can say about the Su-27 is that it's basically become... I mean, it is similar to the F-15 in one way and one way only. It is... Or it was... I mean, it still is. It's Russia's go-to airframe for about everything. Just like the F-15 is the workhorse for the Air Force. Still called the flanker. Well, I mean, okay, yeah. The flankers that the Chinese bought, yes. But the homegrown Chinese flanker is, I believe, the J-15? Yeah, it's the J-15. Or the J-11. Yeah, the J-11 is the Su-27 homegrown. And the J-15 is from the Su-33. But anyway, it's okay. I had it wrong too. Said F-16 noises. Well, the F-16 is... I mean, the Air Force has two workhorses. The F-16 and the F-15. The F-16 is used for lighter missions that don't require as long a range. The F-15 is used for longer range, more heavier missions. Anyway, let's read. Okay, that one. Okay. Next up, the Su-32 Strike Flanker. We have it's an attacker. Speed 63, mobility 67, stability 79, defense 78, air-to-air 51, air-to-ground 96. We are armed with 80 R-60 aphids and 16 KH-29T Kedge anti-ground missiles. One thing to note is the Su-32 was actually a prototype. the full production model is the Su-34. The fullback. So the Strike Flanker is, I mean, this was, I think the game was made when let's see here. Ace Combat 5 was made into, or was released in 2004. And the Su-34 was manufactured well, the first prototype, which I guess would be called the Su-32, was developed in 1990. But there really is no Su-32. So we're just going to go with the Su-34 stats. The Su-34 Su-34's prototypes were started in the 1990s. Its first flight was on April 13th, 1990. The full production line began to be manufactured in 2006, and it was officially introduced in March 20th, or 2014. Yeah. Okay, here we go. First aircraft built to production standard made its maiden flight on December 28th, 1994. It's different enough from the earlier versions that was designated the Su-34. However, at the 1995 Paris Air Show, the aircraft was allocated the Su-32 FN designation. Sukhoi also promoted the Su-34 as the Su-32MF. So that's probably where Project Ace has got the Su-32 moniker. But yeah. The Strike Flanker in this game is one of the better attackers because it is not defenseless in the air. It has the mobility to actually go after enemy or lower tier enemy aircraft and kind of dogfight with them if need be. If you notice, it has a very high air-to-air stat for an attacker, as well as a very high mobility stat. Also, with the 80 missiles and 16 XAGMs, it has some long legs. This is definitely one of the better attackers in the game, if not the best. I mean, the best overall. Well, no, I take it back. It's actually, for what an attacker is supposed to be, I mean, it's a great attacker, but it's actually closer to a multi-role, like the F-15E Strike Eagle. And in fact, that's kind of what Sukhoi built her as. She's a strike fighter, and it was designed to be a multi-role. But we just used it as attacker in the game. But
Which plane am I going up in, Captain? Which plane should I use? We're launching with this formation then?
that
War dog launch.
if you like being able to defend yourself in an attacker, this is your go-to.
This is ridiculous. I can't believe they chose our next mission with a damn coin again.
The main issue I have with it in this game is the XAGMs. They're good for single targets that are dispersed over a decent range, but they're not good for clustered targets.
Our mission is to capture the oil facility. We're requesting the Air Force to provide us with air support. All we need to do is...
And Ace 5 is really bad at giving you a low ammo count for special weapons.
This is Toxin 1.
So even though 16's on the high end, it still kind of sucks.
Let's up the ante.
But that's not the plane's fault, that's the game's fault. Try again in A7.
Man, if only this desert was a beach. Locked on! There they are. This is starting to get exciting. It's so hot. I don't have enough spit left to swallow. Man, the Air Force rocks. I wonder if I can file for a transfer. This is Toxin. Enemy tanks destroyed. We've broken through their barricade. Pilots, that was perfect. Thanks for your help. Captain, did I ever tell you about my brother?
But game-wise speaking, the Flanker family is very much a high-tier aircraft family. If you had to do a single family playthrough in free mission, the Flanker family is a very good choice because you get a decent all-around fighter in the Su-27, a phenomenal attacker in the Su-32, an interceptor that can dogfight in the Su-35, and then one of the best dogfighters in the game in the Su-37. You're just going to have problems with ships. Because you have no bombs or anti-ship missiles. But all in all, I do highly recommend investing into the Flanker family. They will serve you well, a lot better than they would in real life. Okay, but I don't actually have bombs there for you. Sorry. And let's head north.
Position captured. Gather up the POWs.
Another thing that I like about this attacker is that, like the tornado attackers, this baby is relatively fast for an attacker, so you can cross a lot of ground with it.
Look, tanks are coming out of that transport. Drop complete. All aircraft will turn, climb, and depart the target area.
is going to
Add jail.
succeed.
Lovely.
We have a sit rep from advancing Allied forces. Listen up, War Dog. This is Dachshund 2, everything going according to plan. This is Lynx 1. We're advancing smoothly. You got that? Continue support. Over. This is Dachshund. Airport tank force destroyed. Some welcome get that was. Fox 2! Fox 2!
Oh, somebody took out the C-130. Nice. I don't know. Of late, it seems like my wingmen are actually, you know, not sucking as much as they normally do.
Hey, kid, you think we're really gonna make it at this base?
Probably.
Well, I sure hope so. Bad news.
I mean, they're still nowhere near Pixie or Shamrock levels, but
Attack any
I don't know.
anti-air battery. Take a load off the Air Force. If we give our all like we always do, then we'll win this for sure.
Hey, you think the guys down below are looking up at me?
The enemy is frighteningly accurate. Be careful. It's like an ocean of sand. Reminds me of that one battle. Abandon your vehicles. Run as far away as possible.
Okay, we got a hole to break through. Let's go!
This place is an easy target. Retreat and move to a different location. Vehicle 5, pull back 200 yards. We're expecting fierce resistance from the enemy. Take extra caution. Severe damage taken from the Rosecrans. Please advise. Demons won't have any mercy. They're gonna burn this facility to the ground. Direct hit. Enemy tank stop. My plane and I are gonna drop from exhaustion in this heat.
The Allied forces are struggling. They're waiting for us.
Enemy planes rolling in on our position. Evade! Whose tank is that? He got hit in Martian's planes.
I feel like I'm watching a war game. These Sand Island guys are impressive.
It's our turn to provide support to the guys up there. Looks like the captain's retirement will have to wait a little longer.
Fox 2! Captain, requesting target.
Under attack from enemy aircraft. Engaging in anti-air combat. Shiva, shoot them from over there. What's going on? A shell just impacted in front of us.
Captain, deployments in each position appear to be very heavy. Should we concentrate our firepower?
Sure, why not?
This is Archer. Roger that. Adjusting position.
We'll be arriving at the oil facility soon. The enemy isn't going to give this place up without a
Eh?
fight, so brace yourselves.
I'm telling you, Kid can single-handedly turn the tide of this war. It's almost
Well, no one else is doing anything, so I might as well.
the enemy is pretty spread out. How about we split up too?
No!
All right then, I'll keep flying the way I am now.
Where's our air support? Are we supposed to fight by ourselves?
This is Dalmatian, advancing towards enemy right flank. Damn it, number 2's been shot. Where are they? Where'd the shot come from?
Dalmatian. Dalmatian, respond. Dalmatian.
If you're looking for the armored vehicle unit, they were hit by artillery from the enemy pillbox.
Thunderhead, this is St. Bernard. Take care of that threat on the right flank for us. That's the doorway to the enemy's rear. Roger. War Dog, do you have visual on that enemy position?
Nope.
The pillbox on the enemy's right flank. We received a request from the ground force. I'll leave the decision to you.
My little brother's flying.
Hello, Floof! Thank you for the resub!
He's in the Sand Island Squadron?
50-month streak. Holy shit. Has it really been that long?
Intercepted an enemy transmission. What are the demons of Rosgreaves? What are you doing? Fight! Fire! Over! The enemy airfield's right in front of us. Do not fail. We will keep moving until the
How is the Floof today?
Lynx 1. Oil facility successfully captured. They've got
Successfully captured, as in on fire.
It's like
Got it.
1,000 years worth of your salary. We have a sit rep from advancing Allied forces. Listen up, War Dog. This is Dachshund 1. We suffered some losses, but we can still carry out our mission. This is Lynx 1.
The Floof is okay. just okay or better than okay?
Mechanical parts discovered and destroyed enemy facility.
Or
We'll have the ground forces
okay in the sense where
assist Thunderhead. Operation
um,
proceeding smoothly. Victory is
outwardly okay but dying
Continue
inside?
sweeping up the remaining enemy forces.
Communication lines cut off. Can't contact Command HQ. Roscrees? Those planes I see up there now? No, idiot! What good is talking about that gonna do? Open fire before they do!
These bunkers are solid. My shots are barely making a scratch.
That's made out of 6 feet thick concrete. Won't reach easily. Bring the vehicles out of the transport plane!
Say, kid, do you recognize those voices from below? Remember that
Family
landing
thing.
operation
Oh.
at the beginning of the month? I
Al,
know the units that survived
if
the
you need to
terrorist
talk,
mission.
I can talk.
That soften them up a little?
That part transport plane got hit! It's engulfed in flame! Our squads are in total disarray! We're gonna get picked off one by one!
Sam, confirmed destroyed.
I'm not getting so nervous anymore for our battle!
Missile warning! Warning! The enemy's tracking you on radar. Let's start with the enemies over there.
Plow through all obstacles in your path!
Box 2.
Enemy reinforcements up ahead. Where's our support? The enemy soldiers we captured all kept talking about how they were attacked by the Roscrees demons. Apparently that Roscrees refers to the four wings of Sandrill.
Box 2! Target hit! Chopper, Box 2!
It's getting
Did one
harder
of the
to tell them
wingmen
apart.
use
Which one's on the enemy?
special weapons against tents?
There isn't a single unscathed vehicle in our battalion.
How's that, huh? Did you see that?
I'll hit the main force and the reinforcements at the same time.
Locked on.
All right.
Just secure the runway and this place is ours. Missile shot trashed. That's an enormous ground force down there. We're supposed to destroy them? Enemy resistance thinning out. We're advancing more smoothly now. Advancing enemy armored force detected. Prepare to repel tank attack. Advance the battalion. We'll count on our air support.
Target hit!
If we don't get a reserve to the left flank, our defense line's gonna collapse. These demons are just overwhelming us. Where are the demons gonna hit next? Damn it, the enemy's broken into our position.
Yeah, as you can see, we're almost at the end of the mission, and I've still got 32 aphids left and 2 volleys of my kedges.
Shoot everything that comes
So,
into view approaching our position.
the strike flanker definitely has some long legs.
They just blew up the communications ring.
And this mission is notorious for eating your ammo to death.
Dawson 1. Enemy airfield captured. Enemy defense forces are starting to surrender. This job is a success.
Copy that.
Blaze, Box 2!
I think we did something that I've never done before. I think we killed everything. Clean sweep. Ah! And we have a minute left. Well, score 1 for the strike flanker. Let's see if we can see the battleship before it spawns in. I think it spawns in around here. Like right here.
This is Thunderhead. Enemy reinforcements have been
Oh,
spotted
no.
upstream of the river. There's a surface-to-surface missile platoon and... You gotta be kidding me, they've got a battleship. Wipe them all out and stop their fire to our ground forces.
Battleship? Are you kidding?
Suck it up, Buttercup.
I see them. I'm going in.
Damn it! Your green screens are rolling in on our position. Nobody can survive under that blast. Fox 2.
Bowie Street teams in position. Ready to attack.
Don't let the Rosarys approach. Swat them down. I feel bad for you guys, really. The way the kid's playing now, you don't stand a chance against him.
All right! Enemy battleship exploding! They did it!
Missile hit.
Enemy long-range supporting fire suppressed. Threat to Allied ground forces has been eliminated.
All right, there we go.
Fleet, return to base.
Clean sweep of everything. I'm pretty sure. Oh wait, no. There, I think some enemy aircraft are still here. Thought I saw one. Yep, there it is. Still.
Blaze, begin landing checks.
Yeah, we're gonna skip the landing. I don't care. So you better give me an S.
Was a success. Yuktobania's airfield.
All right. Next up is we're actually gonna go with white noise. And we're going with the Su-35 Super Flanker. Or the Flanker E. In game, its stats are speed of 83, mobility of 85, stability of 73, defense of 66, air-to-air of 93, air-to-ground of 56. We're armed with 80 R-60 aphids and 14 R-37 axe heads, which are XLAAs. Now, what's interesting is that based on the weapon loadout, the game would want you to use this as an interceptor. But based off of its stats and how it was used in real life, hail, hydrate, and stretch, the Flanker E is actually a dogfighter. But the Su-35 was originally developed by the Soviet Union, although it's Russia now. It is in service, and the first flight was in June 28, 1988. And it was manufactured from 1987 to 1995. Now, another variant of it is the Su-35S, but it's technically a different aircraft. So we're not going to be talking about that one. But the Su-35E, or Su-27M, incorporated canards, multifunction radar, giving it multi-role capabilities. And it redesignated the Su-35 to attract export orders. But the notable operators are China and Russia. Iran recently got a couple Su-35Ss, but that's not this particular aircraft. We're just taking notes. Now, in game, like I said, it's got an odd combination because the game wants you to use it as an interceptor with the axe heads. but its stats and maneuverability are that of a dogfighter. So the best way to use it is to launch an opening volley. Let's be on this. No, there is no test, Luke. You'll be all right. Use the opening volley of the XLAAs, and then to rush down and chase down your targets in close-in dogfights. However, in close-in dogfights, you're going to have to rely on your aphids instead of special weapons. If I were designing this, I probably would have given them the XMAAs, which would be the R77 adders, but I get, I don't know.
Which plane am I going up in, Captain?
Captain, which plane should I use?
So, we're going up in this formation? War Dog, launch. This emergency locator beacon is our
Yeah, the SU-35 is the primary flanker that the Russians use now, and the primary one that they export. This is their true workhorse.
Kid, do you understand how to view the distress signal sensor on your HUD?
Sure.
Okay, just checking. Make sure you don't miss Nagase's signal. Hey, Blaze, did you see someone below us just now? I thought I saw someone moving. Maybe it was just my imagination. Enemy planes above.
Just my imagination.
Protect Blaze. I'm the one being protected.
I found footprints this way. They lead towards the woods. We're gonna follow them.
Just saw a plane flash by above me. Was that one on our side?
That's a jammer craft! It's being jammed! We've got to find her before the enemy does!
The signal's getting stronger. Nagase's around here somewhere.
Blaze, is that you?
11 o'clock! Something just moved in the forest!
Response up and increasing. She's right around here.
Blaze,
All right.
This is Sea Goblin. War Dog, have you found her?
Yeah.
Good job. You have good eyes. We'll move in for the rescue. While we're on our way, eliminate those enemy fighters for us. We need to make sure this place is safe.
Did you find Captain Nagase?
This is Sea Goblin. We're moving to the scene as fast as we can. Let me know when you've confirmed Captain Nagase's position.
Whoa! There's still enemies on the ground!
Don't worry. We'll take your princess back to base safely.
You do that, I'll worship you guys. Did you see Nagase from the helicopter? Is she alright? Hurry up, guys! What are you gonna do if the enemy catches her?
Calm down. We're going as fast as we can.
Archer, Fox 2. I hit it!
One thing that I really do like about the Flanker series is the blended wing, or the blended fuselage body.
Bastards, I'm not letting you near that copter.
It's primarily what allows the flankers to be such nimble dogfighters. Unfortunately, it does sacrifice range because of how flat the fuselage becomes.
Find out how tough our guard is, too. Come on, just hurry up, will you?
But
Please?
since the flankers are pretty large, it's not as detrimental to them as, say, the Fulcrum was.
You take care of the rescue.
Is the rescue team back yet? Did they pick her up? These guys are too good. We can't win if we go head on.
I think I got hit with 2 missiles there.
Pursuing units. I'll go save the princess. He's at your 6 o'clock. Right. Shake him off. Hurry. 2 miles. Fox 3.
That's definitely her. I can see her flight suit from here.
Roger that. Seagull on arriving at
Ooh, shit.
momentarily.
Launching weapons.
Yeah, back one.
Archer, Fox 2. Target hit. Yes, I shot him down.
All right, prepare to drop. Don't make her wait any longer.
Everyone ready? Go!
Rescue team dropping from helicopter.
Oh shit.
It was really
The
good
ace
there,
still
Prof.
fights you.
You got a towel? I need to wipe all this sweat off my brow. Say, Blaze, I think that song would be perfect for a time like this, you know?
No.
Really? Didn't you say the other day you liked that song? Back of the coin?
No, I hate it. Alright, one more flanker to go. That's my favorite one in this game.
Our combat search and rescue of Captain Nagase was...
Alright, next up is the iconic Ace Combat bad guy plane. The Su-37 Terminator. Speed of 83, mobility of 93, meaning this is one of the most mobile aircraft in the game. Stability of 76, defense of 66, air-to-air of 96, air-to-ground of 59. We have 82 R-68 FIDs and 14 R-73 Archer QAMs. Now this thing is an extremely high-tier dogfighter. In fact, in-game, I would say it's a better dogfighter than the Raptor close in. The thing that the Raptor takes the edge in the game at least, is long range. Because as you can see, the Terminator has no long range capabilities. You need to be... This is essentially a melee fighter. But in real life, the Su-37 was again developed by Sukhoi, by Russia, because this was after the fall of the Soviet Union. Her first flight was April 2nd, 1996. And she was a demonstrator, built to demonstrate thrust vectoring. And only one was ever built. The aircraft, however, eventually crashed in December 2002 due to a structural failure. But the Su-37 was built out of a super flanker body. They just added thrust vectoring engines to it. And throughout her life, she was basically, or after the thrust vectoring thing was put into production with the Su-35S, the Seoul Su-37 was a staple at Russian air shows, where it did or performed a lot of super maneuverable stunts, until she crashed. But in game, This baby is pretty much the epitome for enemy ace aircraft. As you can see, the most famous enemy ace squadron's livery on here, Yellow Squadron. But I would highly recommend speccing into this. This is your go-to close-in air-to-air dogfighter. And I think only one of two viable aircraft that have the QAMs that aren't just, either completely undergunned like the X-29 was, or just a joke like the Hawk. This aircraft can actually use its QAMs and has the stamina to survive the fight.
Captain, please choose my plane.
Which plane am I going up in, Captain?
Captain, which plane should I use?
Are we launching in this formation?
All right. Let's go ahead and launch.
Launch.
Gonna let the ad go through because we're just gonna be flying around in circles for a couple minutes.
I'm proud to be able to fly like this.
This is a ceremonial flight. Watch your manners, kid.
Everyone, form up and don't stray apart from each other. Okay, Blaze? Just try to hold your plane in formation.
Now, one thing to note is at the time in the 90s and early 2000s, thrust vectoring was a very big deal because
It's time. Begin your ceremonial flight.
while BVR capabilities existed, they weren't as good as they are today. And having the edge in a close-in dogfight was still considered a very important thing. I mean, it still is, but with how fast missile tracking technology has advanced,
Captain,
doing post-stalls with thrust vectoring drops your speed so much that it actually can be a detriment if you do it at the wrong time.
looks like it's shifting a little away from center.
Not to mention you expose your entire plane form to the enemy, giving him a good missile shot. And while the missiles back then
That's you, kid.
couldn't pull the G's needed to maintain lock, missiles such as the AIM-9X can. Also, BVR technology has advanced so much that, yeah, if the Terminator had been put into mass production, it would get annihilated. Not just by the Raptor, but even by the F-15 because of BVR capabilities.
This marks the end of your flight. Good work, War Dog.
Now, that's not to say that thrust vectoring isn't a bad thing to have. It's a great thing to have. It does, I mean, you don't have to thrust or post stall. And it does help in a pinch, so I'd rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it. But relying on it solely for your defensive needs is probably a good way to get shot down. Yeah, shut up.
Thoughts and blasts and flight. Day turns to night.
That isn't exactly rock and roll, you know.
Who cares? Hey, they want to get along with the enemy too, right? Man, this song's got soul.
This is Thunderhead. Approaching enemy
Now, one thing to note that this is Ace 5, not Ace 4, so our archers aren't going to be immediate kills on the hardest targets, and they do not have the homing that Ace 4s do. In Ace 4, the QAMs were, I mean, they would track you until you died.
Roger that.
So we're on our own until then?
These QAMs do kind of need, I mean, they have about the same homing as your standard aphids, so not that great.
Where's the air raid siren?
Are you saying the enemy's invaded this far inland? Are you sure those planes are headed for this stadium? How could they time this so well? Were they listening to the speech too? Is this the Yuke's way of expressing their opinion of the speech? Missile hit!
The enemy's targeting a public rally. They're singing for solidarity with Youth Devania down there. Why now?
On 3, contain the enemy. Your objective is to keep civilian casualties as low as you possibly can. Our allied planes will deal with the unknown aircraft. Start escorting the crowd. We'll evacuate the vice president through the boiler room on the eastern side. Open the entrance gates. Get the people on the first floor out that way. Once they're out, get them as far away as possible. All right,
Die and
let's
make
think about our
31.
priorities here.
Hello, Ross. Welcome to stream. Yeah, it's this mission. This is the best mission for dogfighting in the game. We're about 8492. Yeah, I guess so, but
Why'd the vice president have to assemble so many?
you're down a fighter, and there's stealth and ECM bullshit.
Aye, aye, sir. Now you're talking.
And technically, there's more targets in this mission. So.
How many planes I shot down?
Blaze, missile evaded.
Archer, Fox 2! Missile! Evading!
4 minutes until reinforcements arrive. Just as we were briefed, there's only 4 of them. That may be enough. These are the Roscrees after all.
I feel like we're being sent to die as some sacrifice.
That's because we are.
Somebody go up to the front of the line and guide everyone out. Can you evacuate the VIP boxes first?
Our air defense systems are wet paper bag. How could the enemy penetrate so far inland?
Bandit shot down!
Captain Davenport, how much longer do you think we can hold them off?
Till the very end.
God, I hate the homing in this game.
They sure picked a bad time to attack. The stands are packed. Any bombs dropped in this place will be a living hell.
That's in a different game.
The enemy's all over my back today. Are they singling me out or what?
3 more minutes. What's the point of this mission? For God's sakes, watch yourself. Don't let your captain hear that. You can thank those damn warmongers for all this. If you're gonna attack the vice president. The rest of us just want peace. I guess we just took a step back on the road to peace.
Although,
We are in a good
10 million
position.
relief plan isn't really a dogfighting mission per
We won't
se.
be able to evacuate
Yeah, it
the
has
city
the
in
shoot
time.
down the UAV parts, but UAVs aren't exactly attacking you.
Sounds like we'll have to hold out a little bit longer. Damn it, they could stand to be a little more punctual.
They're more attacking
Let them take control of the
Spectre.
airspace.
Chopper, Fox 2!
Oh, meant more. Okay. Yeah, I picked this mission to show off the plane, not necessarily for the story.
I thought this was gonna be an easy job. Damn it!
We can't make it. There's too many of them.
Hang in there. 2 minutes until Allied reinforcements arrive.
Okay, I'll get ready to pass the baton.
And as demonstrated, Ace 5 QAMs do not have good lock-on capabilities. Hello, Cross. Welcome to stream. You are free. Congratulations. But,
The Allied planes aren't coming. What's going on?
there is honor in air combat. Most pilots typically have a code of honor. Like, you don't shoot down people that have bailed out. You let retreating aircraft go.
The Vice President has already left the stadium. There's still people in the general admission seats. Who's evacuating them? New enemy formation detected. It's a flight of enemy stealth fighters.
Are they inbound to the stadium?
They're dead set on crushing us, both physically and politically.
Yeah.
The sky isn't sanitized yet, but go ahead and begin your attack. Roger. Commencing attack on the stadium.
Are you alright? You been hit?
It's nothing big. Not wounded. I ought to be able to keep this plane in the air a little longer. Besides, planes are expendable, right, kid? I know,
Nope.
I know. This plane and I are both coming back. Don't worry so much.
I feel the same way about him.
Approaching release point. Counting on your escort until we reach the target.
I do not like Mihai's character in A7.
Captain, the enemy fighters are going after the stadium.
I can't confirm their position from here. You'll have to detect them visually.
I see them. They're over there.
It's not so much the plot armor that I have a problem with. It's his character.
They defend us until the evacuation's complete. Calm down. We'll just have to trust the air.
He's willing to doom the world to a robot war. Also, Mihai's plot armor is nowhere near as thick as Markov's is.
Houses down below. I can't leave this plane yet. Kid, you see any place where I can drop this plane?
Yeah, the river.
So where?
The stadium.
The stadium.
You hear me? Drop it into the
God
stadium
damn it,
and
Nagase.
bail out. Do you understand?
All enemy stealth fighters confirmed destroyed. We've called back the Allied fighters.
A little too late, man. There goes the radar. My circuits are closed.
Look, forget about it, Chopper. Just bail out. Please, bail out.
Okay. Guess now's the time.
This is Thunderhead. Captain Davenport, are you all right?
There's the stadium. I'm dropping the plane over there.
Roger. Now get out.
Well,
I can't. The electrical system.
I don't think they would take him out if he bailed out.
Ejection seat's probably not working either.
Don't give up. Chopper, keep trying. Chopper!
Because
I'm gonna miss that noise.
there's only one recorded instance in Ace Combat of anyone getting attacked after they bailed out, and that was in Infinity when the Butterfly Master shot Slash after he ejected. But in Strange Real, there's no recorded instance of that happening.
I hate to say this now, but there's a second enemy wave approaching. All units, engage.
These guys are no demons.
Attack!
All right. Engage the remaining enemy fighters.
What are you? I'm you.
The maneuver is even better than before.
So this is what those demons are really like.
You over the state line. Congratulations.
This is the true power of the Rosgraves. Don't lose your confidence. We can still beat them.
Well, I hope the rest of your move goes smoothly, Cross. And I hope you have a good second chance or second lease on life. Yeah, in Ace 4, those both would have been kills. In Ace 6, this guy would have been dead 2 times over. Have I mentioned how much I hate the fucking homing in this game?
Enemy reinforcements inbound. We should separate from the fight soon.
Ace C4 QAMs. Omae wa mou shinderu. Nani? You are already dead.
Thanks for holding out for us. The reinforcements are here.
Hello, Foxhound. Welcome to Strap. We just finished showing off the flankers.
We just got word from the ground. Except for a few injuries and the confusion following the evacuation, there were no civilian casualties in the stadium. He was a model fighter pilot to the
Yeah, I'm just so done with the Middle East. I call it the sandbox now. I don't want to deal with the sandbox anymore. Let them fight it out. We'll talk with whoever's left.
Vice President Appleroot escaped from...
But anyway, now we're moving back to good old American aircraft. Now we're going back to Powder Cake. And next up, it's the Lockheed F-117A Nighthawk. She's an attacker. Speed of 39, mobility of 38. Stability of 81, defense of 75, air-to-air of 39, air-to-ground of 91. She's armed with 54 Sidewinders, Ames 9C Sidewinders, and 16 GBU-27 paveway ground-penetrating bombs. She is an attacker. She is the world's first stealth attacker, although the F in her name is actually misleading, because an American fighter designation, F designates a fighter, A designates an attacker. This is not a fighter. In fact, in real life, it actually can't defend itself in the air, because it has no gun and no sidewinders. It just has bombs or anti-ground missiles. But anyway, the F-117 was manufactured by Lockheed, used by the United States Air Force. Not going to call it the A-117. It is very interesting to look at. But it was... First flight was June 18th, 1981. She was introduced in the United States Air Force in October of 1983. She... she has been shot down, though, in the Serbian operation in the 90s. However, that was basically kind of due to dumb luck and dumb rules of engagement. American aircraft were only supposed to enter the Serbian territory through a single air corridor. Serbians figured it out, so they start putting SAM sites there, and they eventually realized that they could detect the Nighthawk by turning their radars to an ultra-low frequency that the missiles wouldn't be able to see, but the radars could. And then they just volley fired the SAMs, and they got a lucky hit. I don't know when the US tried to sneak there. But the Nighthawk currently is no longer an active service. She's still serving as a training aircraft as of 2024, but she is no longer serving in combat. Her role has been completely supplanted by the F-35. Yeah, this is, I would say, a mid-tier attacker. I don't know why it's up in the high tiers, but it does not have the... I mean, the only thing really holding it back from high tier is its low weapons count. Yeah, the speed, mobility, and air-to-air suck, but its air-to-ground is phenomenal. And this is still back when the ground-penetrating bomb actually was good. And it's an extremely stable aircraft, too, and pretty tanky, so it can tank some hits. You definitely don't want to use it in missions that have a lot of air power. And another problem within this game is it has no upgrade to it. So, yeah. It's a neat little aircraft to have to fill out your roster, but there are better attackers than this. This game forces one how to aim better with missiles because yeah, Ace 5's lock-on system. I mean, Ace 5 missiles suck. They suck balls. Ace 5 has the worst missile tracking I've ever seen. People like to say that Ace 6's missile tracking sucks. And if you don't use the shoot mechanic, you're right. You probably won't get a kill with it. But Ace 6's standard missiles do have proximity fuses. So even if you don't get a kill, you'll get a hit and do some damage. But if you use the shoot mechanic, then you'll get a hit 90% of the time. It's called leading your fucking target and taking G's off the missile. So in a sense, it's more realistic. But yeah.
Captain, please choose my plane.
Which plane am I going up in, Captain?
Captain, which plane should I use?
So, we're going up in this formation? War Dog, launch. Jeez, now they got us turning right back into another battle. The scenery definitely clashes with my rock and roll.
I'm just glad they're not ordering us to attack a city in retaliation for their retaliation.
You're a real optimist, you know that? Sheesh.
This is Thunderhead. Cut the chatter.
Oh, I just wish I could fly somewhere where I didn't have to listen to that voice.
You did until yesterday.
You'll be arriving at your target area shortly.
Well, I don't want to listen to that interrogation committee at the Capitol.
Yeah, I'm glad that PA decided to give the Nighthawk sidewinders and a gun, because otherwise this would be completely unplayable.
Kid, it has to be straight on or your missiles won't make it inside. Understand?
Nope.
Okay.
I have bombs.
Basically, that hole is really deep, okay? the launchers. Man, you're useless.
You're an AWACS. You should have look-down radar. What do you mean you can't tell where they're coming from?
Did you notify all nearby units?
I never complain about my missions, okay? What I'm doing now is not complaining.
Sure, Chopper. Sure. Not complaining at all.
Shockwave from the explosion.
The armories in this area have been destroyed.
My warning lights have been going crazy.
The transport facility is under attack.
The enemy is spread out.
I will have to say, though,
Repeat.
the Ace 5 version of the Nighthawk is a lot more nimble than the Ace 6 version of the Nighthawk.
This defensive fighter maneuver training is nice and all, but I'd like to move on.
But I will still take the Ace 6 version of the Nighthawk over this one because the Ace 6 has more sidewinders and a better selection of special weapons. Speaking of Ace 6, I've been thinking about how to do its aircraft showcase. In the past, I did a vanilla showcase for them, where I just did the vanilla planes, and then I did a whole separate DLC showcase series. But I think for this time, I'll do them all together.
It's an AA missile. Can you tell where it was fired? Neither can I. Be careful
But
at low altitude.
unlike like A7, where the DLC skins for the aircrafts don't change the base stats at all. In A6, the DLC skins do change the base stats, so there might as well be separate planes. So that's why I'm going to showcase all of the DLC aircraft. So, vanilla-wise, A6 has 15 aircraft. If you include the DLC, it's more like 84. I do not have all of them. There are 2 that were pre-order only, and I didn't get the pre-order. I got the greatest hits version, because technically Broraz got it. An orange technician and a dead run out there. That is correct. Actually, I would say an EOD person at a dead run outranks everybody, but I guess they're the same thing.
Well, it's over.
Basically, if you see either of those running, you follow them at top speed.
You gotta say that with a little more feeling.
At
least we get to go home again today, right?
Because something's gonna go boom real quick.
Yeah.
So, cheer up a little, huh?
You too, Chopper.
Yeah, I know.
But no, the 2 DLC aircraft in A6 that I do not have are the ISAF and Erusian F-15Es.
The targeted ammunition stockpile facility was destroyed.
But every other
With
DLC
this
plane I have.
operation, we have cut off one of the lifelines of the Yuktaban.
Yeah. I'm not that big of a fan of the Nighthawk. Never have been. I mean, it looks cool, but it's not really fun or effective to use. Now, if stealth was actually a thing in these games, then yeah, it'd be much better. But stealth isn't really a thing. So, all right, now we head over to Viking land. With the JAS 39C Gripen. This is it's a multi-role. She's got a speed of 78, mobility of 68, stability of 61, defense of 60, air-to-air of 40, air-to-ground of 75. She's armed with 68 AIM-9C Sidewinders and 12 volleys of the AR-AK-70 135 millimeter 6-shot rocket pods. In real life, she's manufactured by Saab. Her country of origin is Sweden. She was manufactured from 1987 to the present. Her first flight was December 9th, 1988, and her introductory date into the Swedish Air Force was June 9th, 1996. Thank you, Pyman. Also welcome to stream. Her operators, the Gripen is a very popular export. Basically, the Gripen is the plane you buy if you don't necessarily want to align yourself with either Russia or the United States. If you don't mind aligning yourself with the United States, you buy the F-16. If you want to say fuck you, United States, and align yourself with Russia, you buy the Fulcrum or the Flanker. If you want to essentially remain neutral, you buy the Gripen. And the operators, Brazil, the Czech Republic, Hungary, South Africa, obviously Sweden, Thailand, and the UK operates Gripens for training, but they don't actually use them in their Air Force for combat maneuvers. But she is a very cost-effective, light multi-role aircraft. She can actually take off on very short runways, so very useful in less developed countries or in a forward operating base, which is good because her range isn't that great. Grip sub cars. But in game, she's a good multi-role. I would not call her a high tier. I would call her a good mid tier, though. But the main thing that's holding the Gripen back in this game is her special weapons. The RCL is not a good weapon in this game. She has an above average missile count, so that's good. But I kind of wish it was higher because you're going to be relying more on your Sidewinders for your anti-ground roll. They're going to be pulling double duty because your RCLs aren't that great. But She's very capable, multi-role. Her air-to-air capabilities are actually higher than what the stats say. Another problem in this game with the Gripen is she, again, is a single-plane family. So you can't get a better version like the Gripen E. And you can't get it with a better special weapon. So while it's a nice aircraft, it's more of a one you pick up later on after as you're clearing the things. It's not a good first run craft. They add dogfight capabilities to U2 spy plane with every dog F-U2. The problem with adding dogfighting capabilities to the U2 is any maneuvers or high G maneuvers that the U2 would try and pull would snap the wings off.
Captain, please choose my plane.
Which plane am I going up, Captain? Which plane should I use? So, we're going up in this formation? War Dog, launch.
Although I do like the FU2, that'd be hilarious. Control FU.
I can't believe we flipped a coin for this mission. This isn't funny, man.
This is the airport control tower. Emergency alert. All planes cancel takeoff clearance.
Over
All
G.
approaching flights,
Over
change
G.
course immediately.
Change your course.
Change it to where? This is Air Exium, Flight 31. A high-speed aircraft just passed by us 600 yards away. They're Allied fighters taking off on an emergency mission. All flights be heads up for mid-air.
Ah!
A fighter? I thought the war was over.
Fuck this game's homing.
How peaceful this place is. I'm choking up.
Mother of...
Which squadron was that, do you think?
It's the Capital District Air Defense Squadron. The enemy has unleashed chemical weapons in a college town 400 miles from the airport. One squadron is on its way there to spread neutralizers. You're the only ones that can defend the airport.
It's for good tracking objective. Pretty much.
So which one's the containment attack? Are they both
Longer range, but shit tracking is... Yeah. Ace Zero's tracking was a lot better.
coin is bad news too, huh?
Ace X's tracking is actually worse than Ace 5's. Believe it or not. Joint Assault's tracking is a lot better. Ace 6's tracking depends upon what angle you shoot from. If you fire with the shoot mechanic, you're gonna hit. If you fire without it, good luck. Ace 7's is probably the most balanced tracking.
I can't attack. I keep thinking
It's not a guaranteed hit,
down below.
but it's a lot more consistent.
What's all the ruckus outside? Attention, all airport personnel. This is an emergency. Emergency? What's going on? We just learned that several aircraft of unknown origin are in.
Consistently reliable. I mean, Ace 5's missile tracking is also consistent.
We've spotted them
Consistently
all
bad.
as well. This is for real.
Fox 2!
Look at all the enemies on the IFF.
Where? Down below? On the ground?
This is airport control tower.
Kinda hard
Military
place.
transport planes parked on the runway. State your squadron number and call sign. This is Capital District Air Command. We haven't deployed any Allied military transport planes to civilian airports at this time. Tanks coming out of transport planes. They're firing. It's the enemy. Enemy forces inside the airport.
Hey kid, did you hear that just now? This
Yes.
is really close here. How can they be attacking here? Enemy tank confirmed destroyed.
They sneak in here. Never mind. Just destroy the tanks and transport plane. Don't let them cause any more damage here.
Target hit.
It looks like we were tricked.
Sure, why not?
All units, commence attack. The target must be completely destroyed. Give it all you've got.
We passed over
Oh,
the
I'm
airport.
too low to do the loading rockets. Huh.
Kid, you notice something?
Yeah, military transports
Attention passengers. Please do not run inside
in a civilian airport.
you not to panic. Please stay calm and evacuate the area.
Calm down! Please, calm down! Damn it, nobody's listening!
Chopper to Kid. We just need to protect this airport facility, right? This is
Yep.
Chopper. Roger that. I'll do my best.
Better do more than your best. There are worse things to say than calm down. Yeah. Just chill, man.
It's too dangerous. I can't give you clearance to land right now. Tell that to my fuel tank. Can't you help us land here?
This is OWA Flight 783. We're running out of fuel, too.
Are you listening to me? This is war here. The freight terminal's getting shot at. Damn it! This is a civilian airport.
Then again,
Now the good thing about RCL is
them over in their territory.
it does recharge very fast.
Have to be so stupid.
Faster than bombs,
I
actually.
got word that the enemy special forces unit that gassed the college town is headed for the airport. Stay heads up.
Damn it! Damn those dirty yokes!
Well, if that's what it is, then where did all these fighters come from? Even if they could reform in the air, fly all the way here and get through our defenses to destroy our capital, there's not nearly enough of them to occupy the entire country. These guys are on a suicide mission and they know it. They must
Yeah,
really
let's
be dead,
just
or else they wouldn't have
not lock on to the A10. That's great.
Hey, control tower. I feel like crying too, believe me.
Defense line penetrated. Now entering terminal.
Enemy attacks getting fierce.
Blaze, we can't lose any time here. We have to hurry.
Nah, I'm just gonna slack off. You guys take it. It'll be fine.
Protect the airport facilities, as well as any civilian planes in the air. Do something about those enemy aircraft overhead. Fire on it, Will. It's payback time. There are civilians in there. Do we really have to do this? Unity, don't forget about the people they killed. Damn it! The Uke pigs!
Hatred only breeds more hatred. It all just feeds on itself. Only a dim hatred could drive them to do something like this. Blaze, what lies at the root of this attack is hatred itself.
Parents, please stay with your children. Please follow all announcements and verbal directions.
What the hell is going on here? Rumors are starting to spread.
Please do not crowd the exits. It is extremely dangerous.
Passengers are stampeding for the emergency exits. There's too many of them. Split everyone up. It's a sea of
No, you didn't mention that you're in an AC forum. Or AC5 forum.
air support. Come on, let's gather up the wounded while we can.
Did you get people mad by telling what you thought of AC5? Or
Transport's wreckage. Do they have helicopters inside that thing too?
War dog? I swear.
Enemy forces annihilated.
Um,
Airport control tower.
they-
What do you say?
It's kind of implied that
Affirmative. Enemy defeat confirmed.
War Dog joined the OADF
Give our thanks to your aces up
for to pay for college.
there. Roger. Operation complete.
They weren't expecting to go into war. Shit. Stay in the chopper. Finished the mission. I don't like the plane, Foxhound.
The
You're
enemy
fine.
forces that tried to cap-
I like you. Now, I actually like Chopper. I've said multiple times I have a nuanced take on Ace 5. I love its story. I love its characters. I love its music. I think the writing can be very, very cheesy sometimes. And this is somebody that grew up on 90s cheese. So that's saying something. My main issues with Ace 5 are all gameplay. Lack of return lines. Piss poor missile tracking. Low ammo counts. Special weapon locked to the plane. That's about it. Alright, we've got one more aircraft left. And this time we're going to jolly old England. We're going to Desert Arrow. The EF-2000 Eurofighter Typhoon. Speed 86, mobility 85, stability 69, defense 65, air-to-air 91, air-to-ground 54. She's armed with 78 AIM-9C Sidewinders and 14 MBDA Meteor XLAAs. Taboo. Skills. I mean, logically, Snow should have higher skills than Chopper, given the fact that he's an actual combat veteran. However, in gameplay, Chopper will have more kills, just because you get like 17 missions with Chopper and only like maybe 10. No, not even that. First one you get with Snow is 20. And about 7 missions with Snow. So naturally Chopper's kill count's going to be higher just because he's on higher missions. Or higher number of missions. But no, yeah, I can see why you left. Anyway, in real life, the Euro Typhoon is a multinational, multi-role fighter. Although in most games, it's going to be designated as a fighter. It is currently in service. Her manufacturer is Eurofighter. And it was a multinational collaboration between the United Kingdom, Germany, France, Italy, and Spain. She was manufactured from 1994 to the present. Her first flight was March 27th, 1994. And she was introduced in August 4th, 2003. Now, the Typhoon originally was developed, or the concept for the Typhoon was actually developed from the British Aerospace EAP, which was a concept started in 1971 to replace the Sepicat Jaguar. And when... Oh, sorry. Britain, Germany, Spain. France. Spain, I don't think was part of it. Oh yeah, Spain, never mind. That's right. So eventually, the European nations in the 90s would get together and jointly develop the Eurofighter Typhoon. Her current operators are Austria, Germany, Italy, Kuwait, Oman, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, Spain, and the United Kingdom. Which is interesting, even though that France footed the bill for this, they actually didn't purchase any. Their loss. In game, the Typhoon is a high-tier fighter, frequently given long-range preferences, but still maneuverable enough to dogfight if necessary. I would say it's probably better at it than the Su-35 because I believe it has a higher stability, which is what you need for long range. Oh, no, never mind. Typhoon's got a weaker stability. You have a mine. I don't know. But the Typhoon it's a great aircraft. It is definitely high tier. But unfortunately, again, it is a single family aircraft. And let's see, I think it's air-to-air might be. No, it's not. Okay. Yeah, overall, I mean, take this if you don't want to go down the flanker family, because this is just a little bit in-game weaker than the Su-35, but it's easier to get a hold of than the Su-35 because you don't have to go through the Su-27. But otherwise, it's a fantastic aircraft. It does have the endurance to do longer range or longer missions
Please choose my plane.
with the 78 Sidewinders.
Captain, which plane should I use?
But before we take off, I'm going to need to take a quick break. I'll be right back. Alright, I am back. I also switched back to the new headset, just for my sake, so I can hear the difference a little bit better. But yeah, let's go ahead and launch.
Launch. Man, this is ridiculous. I can't believe they chose our next mission with a damn coin again.
This is Thunderhead. Captain Davenport, how many times do I have to tell you to cut the chatter?
Thunderhead, this is Rob.
I do like the
What did you just say?
sound quality through my audio output of this headset better,
Begin your advance. Target enemy
but I can't tell about the mic quite yet.
Put some roller skates on my feet.
We'll be all right. We got the Sand Island Squadron.
As long as it's not like tinny or stuttery, I'm okay with it. Maybe for a little longer. Okay. Well, this is the last mission, so don't worry.
I mistook you for someone else.
Don't worry too much.
This is Viking 1. Enemy fighters closing in. Can't take them on by ourselves. Somebody get rid of them for us.
Bombers are taking fire. Where are the escorts? We gotta open up a path for the ground forces.
Enemy tank battalion advancing. We're rolling in hot to attack them now. This is Hawk 1. Looks like the air attack's finally over. I think we can take it from here. And then attack those Air Force pilots later. This is Hawk 1. Presently under attack from enemy fighters, attackers, bombers, helicopters. They're throwing everything at us. Do something!
Captain, did I ever tell you about my brother? I look up to him a lot. He's part of the reason why I chose this job.
Calling the approaching Allied plane. We can't protect the bombers completely. Please lend us your aid.
Sure. I just defended you. Now I gotta go back and defend the ground units.
It's the one that sunk two of those giant subs. Guess we can rely on them.
This is Bishop. All aircraft flying support in our area. Clear out the enemy jets above us. They've got us pinned down here.
Roger, Bishop. Wardog, engage the enemy aircraft if you see an opportunity.
Enemy AC-130s
We got a support request from another front.
that can go underground. Belkin witchcraft.
Looks like the enemy fighters are gone. Turning your briefings like that.
This is ground force. Do something about those enemy aircraft overhead. Roger, please hurry. We're completely cut off. Damn it. The sand's getting in my goggles. I can't see a thing. Numerous enemy bombers approaching HQ. Destroy as many vehicles as you can. We've got to reduce their firepower.
We have to keep these bombers protected.
The enemy's coming. A whole pack of them.
I've got sand coming into my mask.
Moscon 2 through 7 descend to low altitude to attack and destroy the enemy.
Archer, Fox 2!
Report all battle damage immediately.
Don't worry about the airspace bomb.
Eh,
Concentrate on the attack. All right.
Yeah, I hate this mission because
Enemy approaching at high speed.
unlike the ground attack mission, where you can basically get by with just using your gun, this one requires a lot more of your missiles. And so it's not uncommon for when the boss fight happens, you're out of missiles and you have to rely on your wingman to do the damage.
Shot down before we reach our target.
Bombers incoming. We got no place for the tanks to hide. Damn it! They told me the enemy wasn't going to deploy any planes.
Sounds like you guys were misinformed too. Just sit tight and pray for some air support.
Flying private fire is messing with my nerves.
Are those the guys?
What's oof?
About it. The Rosgrees. What are you going to do if our HQ gets wiped out?
I can hear bullets hitting my plane. I can see the ground pretty well.
Oh, this mission, yeah.
Bandits too.
That's why I typically will, in a campaign run, I will go back of the coin,
Sure is a tough road to the enemy HQ.
because that's the anti-ground one.
Belly here. We're counting on your cover. We must eliminate the threat or this operation will fail.
Sure.
Roger. I'm gonna go out for a bit then. Jumper, splitting up.
Enemy planes targeting this area. Is it him?
I'm sure glad the demons of Roscoe's are on our side.
We have a sit rep from advancing Allied forces. Listen up, War Dog.
This is like what? Everything on schedule so far.
This is Hawk 1.
Did you play F-59 on the PlayStation or on the PC?
Advance. You got that? Keep up the close air support. Over.
Why don't you go out and talk to your...
PC, okay.
Well, maybe half of everything.
Great. So what about the other half? Hey!
Damn it. We're just sitting here.
I've got to wait until the modders update their mods for
Time at this pace?
the updated patch.
I hope you're right. If this bogs down, it'll affect our allies' advance.
Our target's still up ahead.
Because I've completed F-59 on the PlayStation.
These monsters.
I don't want to fight Faust again without mods.
I remember why I hate defensive fighting.
This is Thunderhead. Operation proceeding smoothly. Victory is just a matter of time now. Continue sweeping up the remaining enemy forces.
Are these guys all that's left?
Especially with the limited aircraft selection. I would much rather have the FS-15 than the VX-23.
They press on us, we don't stand a chance.
Viking 5's engine is spewing smoke.
Move it, gang! Don't you dare fall behind the other squads!
Grim, watch my back.
Got it. I'm
Sorry for you to bring back the entire plane master. Oh, that's good.
Is that right, Grim? He's in the Sand Island squad?
You're gonna hate yourself even more.
Take care of yourself, Hans. If they break through here, they'll reach our HQ in no time.
Oh, that's good. They're using their altitude difference to fence them in. Too bad they're not on our side.
Don't be fixated on the ground. We have enemies in the air, too.
If they attack all at once, we won't be able to cover them.
Our allies are taking significant damage. You must hurry.
Captain Nagase, don't overdo it.
Thanks.
I like the the weapon or all weapons thing. I also like the overpowered weapons because it gives me instant reload. But mainly the ability to put every single weapon on any aircraft. That is my most valuable mod.
Damn! Moscot 4 didn't last a minute against them. Oh no! They're penetrating our air defense zone! The guys in the air keep saying that the Rosgraves are up there.
But I'm also waiting for them to update the UF-22 because I can't stand the look of the VX-23.
We can't detour. This is the only route to enemy command HQ. Never thought we'd be flying this far out. The air is too wide. We spread it
I mean, it looks like a bastardized J-20, and the J-20 looks horrendous to begin with.
Rosgraves, huh? Hey, we could come up with a nickname like that. Nah, I'd hate to end up with a name we can't live up to.
That was a close one, huh? Fox 3, Fox 3.
You're quoting a drill sergeant from Full Metal Jacket. Oh boy, this would be fun.
Roger.
Holy Jesus! What is that? What the fuck is that? Jelly donuts, sir.
Fox 2! Fox 2!
Fox 2! Missile hit! Splash 1 fighter! The bombers are gonna fly over our heads! Bandits in gun range!
Can you find your brother's position on the battlefield, Grim?
Sir, we can't pick favorites. Everyone down there needs our help.
Fine. Then everyone down there's your brother.
Fighter shut down!
Alright, have you guys reached your targets yet?
range. We have a sit rep from advancing Allied forces. Listen up, War Dog.
This is Viking 1. We managed to get through the enemy fire.
This is Hawk 1. We're taking
All right, Ross.
still good to go.
Have a good night. Thanks for joining us.
Your support. Over.
I see it. Tally ho on the enemy field HQ. Okay, on final for bomb attack. Everybody ready?
Merry Christmas. Yes, Merry Christmas.
Well, did we hit it? This is Viking 4. Bombs away. Aim carefully. Coming right on top of the enemy captain. Drop everything you brought with you. Pickle! Pickle!
You won't get another chance at this. Stay cool and make it count. They're firing from the ground.
You guys are amazing. You got us through all that flag.
Captain, the deployments in each position appear to be very heavy. Should we concentrate our firepower?
Sure, why not?
This is Archer. Roger that. Adjust his position.
I see the airfield. Prepare to fire. Let's give them a taste of their own medicine.
Yeah, as you can see,
Look at all this anti-aircraft fire.
the Typhoon's not very good against ground targets,
Enemy HQ.
especially when I'm low on missiles.
Bullseye on enemy HQ.
Missile lost track.
Lincoln said we're on the enemy's home base. That's as good as ours. You're the same as always, huh, Nagase? Nothing ever gets you down.
Yeah, thanks.
Incoming shells are starting to blanket the area. We can't compete with the weapons here. We should just surrender. Missile hit.
I mean, surrendering would probably be your best option, Yuktabanya.
I'll hit the anti-aircraft vehicles. Captain, you hit the tanks.
You want to switch? That's fine with me, too.
Radar lock. Box 2.
How are things going down there?
Target hit.
Box 2.
Locked on.
Oh,
Warning, you're being spiked by enemy radar. I'm on his tail.
alright, this place is pretty much done.
Archer, Box 2. Enemy facility destroyed.
Locked on. The tanks have made
Let's head to the airport.
It's hopeless. There's nothing we can do. We have a line of sight with the enemy vehicles.
There's the special hangar.
Get as many planes in the air as you can while they can still take off. The enemy's on the runway. Our planes won't be able to return to base. Mechanical parts discovered and destroyed enemy facility. We'll have the ground forces retrieve them later.
This is Viking 1. Bombing run on field HQ complete.
All right. No point sticking around. Let's go home. Roger. Mission complete. Returning to base. Escort fighters, thanks for all your support.
I'm telling you, Kit can single-handedly turn the tide of this war. It's almost scary. I feel like I'm in a sauna. I've probably lost a good gallon of sweat by now.
Then do me a favor, Chopper, before you talk to me after we land, take a goddamn shower.
We're losing all our base facilities. It's all over. All the park planes were shelled and destroyed. Dude, what can I do? As long as they're here, we can fight with peace of mind. He's mine. Missile warning.
Chopper, are you all right?
I guess I'm more delicate than I thought.
Alright. Boss fight time.
Superiority over the battlefield.
Eliminate the enemy
Although I want to see if I can...
secure air superiority over the area.
No, okay. Kind of.
Operation to refuel everyone safely. This airspace is dominated by enemy forces. Be careful.
Here it comes. That's the boss, right?
I mean, the boss is
Refueling aircraft.
2 AWACS and a KC-10. Not exactly a boss. The real threat are the escorts.
It's not on your side.
Yes, I know what you mean.
The enemy has a large aerial force. Our intelligence was wrong again.
City Squadron, Roger. Awaiting your orders. Don't let up just because we have enemy flags on our side. Damn it! I'm not gonna turn in time! I'll be sending out orders. Don't worry and focus on the fight.
And the fact that these things can turn apparently sharp enough to force you to crash into them.
My contacts are disappearing one after another.
I've had that happen to me multiple times.
We can't monitor them. We're done for. There's no way we can win.
Man, Jet's skills are well beyond my reach already.
This is all the allies we've got left? Rosgreaves. It's gotta be them.
They sure know how to deploy their escorts. I wish they were on our side.
Who are these Rosgreaves guys you keep ranting about? Now the demons are so busy. Hey, don't leave us alone and vulnerable.
Enemy AWAC shot down.
There we go.
Air forces are falling apart. All right, mission complete. Return to base.
Blaze, begin landing checks. You're cleared to land.
Operation Desert Arrow was
Okay, well, with that, we're done for today. But tomorrow we've got Arkham Origins, where we're going to infiltrate the GCPD again, or specifically their morgue, to investigate a lead on Bane. And we might also do some other minor stuff around the city. Like, I think we'll have all the gadgets that we need to unlock the remaining fast travel points. So we'll do that. Saturday, we're resuming Arella's playthrough in Baldur's Gate 3. We're in the Druid Grove at the moment. But I'm looking forward to that. Sunday, in the Insanity of Victor Shepard, we're going to be doing Dossier the Warlord for Warlord O'Keir. And his Perfect Soldier Grunt. Then we're going to go to Horizon and fight the collectors there. Next, in Monday, we're going to be continuing our grindathon in Final Fantasy X, but we'll also try seeing if we're strong enough to take on Dark Ifrit. Not as strong as Dark Bahamut, but still something we need to take out. I don't know if I'll be streaming Tuesday. It'll depend upon plans with friends. But I might be streaming Tuesday night, aka New Year's Eve, late, because I don't have to work Wednesday. And because I don't have to work Wednesday, I'm going to be streaming during New Year's Day. I'm not sure what. Also, we might, depending upon what the Floof crew schedules look like, we might be doing or continuing our Baldur's Gate 3 co-op stream, Carolina the Ranger. We're ready to do or finish Astarion's personal quest, aka hunting down Cazador Czar. And next week in the aircraft showcase, we're going to be looking at the Rafales, the F-35, the YF-23, and the Raptors. We're getting close to the end. But thank you all for joining me. I hope you had fun. I hope you had a Merry Christmas. If you celebrated it. If you didn't, I hope you had a good Wednesday. And I will see you guys tomorrow with Batman Arkham Origins. Good night, everybody.